Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to present the titles about the effect of growth plant in vertical farming structure. So my name is Ana Shahida Muhammad Rozi. Is represent from the our colleagues. Okay, the rest is my friends, and I came from by the ISMEX SIG members from the Mechanical Engineering Studies College of Engineering, University Technology Mara, Cawangan, Pulau Pinang. All right, we'll look at our presentation outline today. So we begin with the introductions, problem statement, objective, methodology, results, conclusions, and acknowledgements. Last but not least is my references. So we starting with my introductions. We begin with the what is the vertical farming. Actually, is a groundbreaking way of the growing crops in the vertical stack layer, mostly in controlled indoor spaces like warehouse or high-rise buildings. Then, what the size of the vertical farmings is a reference is to look at for the large area of land we use can produce a higher crop yields. If you want to produce a small amount of that, we're using the vertical space by suitable for small narrow space. Right? So, how many types that vertical farming can be used or can be planted? So, there are three of that very popular use nowadays. So, we use is hydroponics, aeroponics, and aquaponics. So, if you look at that comparisons by the three of these types, if hydroponics method is a growing plants without soil, they only use the mineral nutrient solution in the aqueous soil, where the aeroponics is a method by growing plants in an air or the mist environment without the use of soil. And the aquaponics are combination of aquaculture by using the raising fish inside that, and also use hydroponics, which we use as the fish as the ways to provide the organic nutrient source for the plants. So what is the problem statement that we will face in this paper? So the problem that we will face is we use the method how to design can maximize the space efficiency, and we can optimize the resource use. So with the making the promising the solution for the urban area. So we also can limit it of the arable land. And number two, we also to understand how the plants can grow in this system is a very crucial for to optimize the crop yields by the ensuring the economic viability of the vertical farming. So what the objective in this research? So there are three objectives. Number one is to design and fabricate the vertical farming method. And number two, to measure the performance of the growth plant by the temperature, electrical, and conductivity, and the pH parameters. And last objective, to observe of the plant's growth in the physical dimensions such as leaf length, counts, and size of a leaf diameter. So what are method that we use in this paper? So the method is began by the flow diagram, which is we need to design and fabrications of the vertical farming structure by very simple design. Number two, we measure the parameter such as temperature, electrical conductivity, and pH parameter to control the growth of the yields. And last, we observe of the growth plan in 30 days. So if you look at the final prototypes here, we see that successfully to plant with the 130 centimeters, okay, t- length for the tall, and 30 centimeter of the diameter of the diameters, and we can also accommodate the 32 net pot inside the pipe. So now we turn to the results. If you look at for the result, the physically plants growth if the criteria with the minimums and the maximum, average, and also we compare with the references. If you look at the leaf count, we compare by the what we get are similar with the reference. It's average around 7. But we see that leaf length and also leaf diameter is less than a reference. If you look at the leaf length, if less than 5 centimeter leaf length with the reference, whereby with the leaf diameter is also difference a 2 centimeter diameter are referred to the references. Now, this a very critical part is how you want to get the second objective by the effects of temperature, by the electrical conductivity and also pH level. If you look at for the temperatures, so the highest temperature that we record is a 28.3 degrees, where the lowest temperatures is 25.7 degrees. So this is around at the middle of the day or middle of the month, at the 15th of the month that show the highest and also the lowest. All right. If you look at that second graph, okay, the up of graph of that pH level, so we record that from the day one until the 30 days, they have a 6.3 of their average of the pH level. So it means it's not too acidic and not too alkalic. So it's the middles. So last is the EC level to measure the electrical conductivity, which is show the average is 1.35 meter per second over centimeter. So it's the whole days make recorded. So this is last of that conclusions to show that we fabricate and prototype for the vertical farming accommodate with the two plants my successful, and we also observe for number two conclusions the plant has average in the seven have seven leaf, 50 centimeter leaf length and 40 centimeter leaf diameter. So the last is conclusions, effects of the temperature, electricity, conductivity, and pH level also be measured and record. And the number four, we want to improve the productivity plans. So we recommended to use the advancements technology like HAVEX, LED lighting, and using the IoT system to the vertical farming. So now this acknowledgement to my university, to Jimara Pulau Pinang, and also the Minister of Higher Education to give chance for me to present. And the last is a list of references of all that support my papers. And thank you.